Jonas, to have an established veteran like that up here talking about you and the young core of this defense, just what does it mean to you to be able to go out there and help to make plays at Green Tech?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Just hearing guys like Cam talk, you kind of got to really listen to hear the good, because some of it is just him joking around. But it's great to have somebody like that, constantly building guys up. And, he's been that guy that, we've expected him to be every day. So, it's awesome to see guys like him, DeMario, just, being able to have that consistency and just commitment to the team, even at year 15. So.
You got the interception on the breakdown hill. It looked like there were a couple that you might earlier in the game that you might have been looking for that kind of fourth route. Is that something you were hunting for throughout the game?
Yeah, no, we were definitely looking for that, and just really emphasizing playing off the quarterback eyes. It's funny because literally that before we went out that possession, our coach is talking about when they go 3-by-1. Coach Staley talking about when they go 3-by-1, be ready to cut that special. Sure enough, that's the play we got. So I was ready for it. So, they've done a really good job, helping me be prepared, just pushing me to, take this season with a grain of salt and just try to constantly get better every week, not get too caught up on the ups and downs, and just find ways to constantly be improving.
Jonas, obviously this season got off to such a tough start. What has it meant to you to be just a part of this that looks like it's going to go with something?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm a big believer, in what we have, and I think, we're doing things the right way. And, I really trust, the establishment and, just, what we're trying to do. And, yeah, like I kind of said in the question before, just, keep improving, focus on what I can control, and just understand, we got a lot of other hungry guys who are having that same mentality. So, I'm really excited to see what we can do in the future.
Tell us about the communication conversation with the coaches on the sideline before that drive. What has this defense done to set you up for success?
Just allow me to use, my range, and just allow me to, play free. I think they've done a good job of just, I think that the toughest adjustment for me was just, understanding how to use my strengths, within the scheme, and just kind of get really comfortable in that setting. But I think the repetition and just the trust has gone a really long way, and just, ultimately helped me to feel more comfortable and just helped me to play free out there.
Is there a moment last year where you feel like that really settled in for you?
I don't know if there was a particular moment, but I think just, the coaches kind of having that same approach, whether, I have the best game of my life or, I have a game where I really struggle, just that same, approach of, okay, here are the little things we can clean up on. Here's some, some bright spots. And there was never, any unwavering, he made this mistake, he can't do it, or, he just made this play, he's going to be the best player ever. It was kind of that consistency, which is what I really needed to, keep coming with that same mentality of work every day.
How big is a role, I guess, as Brandon Staley played in y'all's kind of improvement as the years gone on? And what's impressed you by him?
Honestly, I think I can confidently say that he's probably the most competitive coach I've ever been around. And I love that from a coach. And I think, players have to motivate themselves, but I think when a coach has that type of competitive fire every day, like literally every day, every moment, I think that just brings out the best of his players. And I think he's done a really good job of bringing out the best in everybody around him. And I know he's going to continue to do that.
How does that kind of show up, the competitiveness?
Man, there's so many ways I could describe it. Even just his tone of voice, but just his level of the way he prepares the coaches, and then the way he attacks a walkthrough, just the level of seriousness. Everything has to be Super Bowl standard, and he's big on the silent tape. He loves, the flashy plays are all cool and all, but he likes the plays where, it doesn't even have to be talked about, but it's the plays that are necessary to win games. So.